Imagine this. You are standing in the middle of a grand casino. But this is not just any casino. You look around. The floor stretches endlessly in every direction. Rows of slot machines blinking with colors that seem almost familiar. Music drifting through the air. A tune you can't quite place, but it tugs at something deep inside you. People are everywhere, pulling levers, tapping buttons, eyes glazed and faces bathed in flickering light. No windows, no clocks, no doors. You don't remember how you got here. You don't remember choosing to come. And yet, here you are. You reach for a lever yourself. One pull, a flash of lights, a little win. You feel good, excited, alive. You pull again, nothing. You pull again, nothing. And then, jackpot. Another hit of excitement. A small victory. Enough to keep you pulling. What you don't realize is that every pull, every spin, every moment of excitement is not for your gain. It is for theirs. Because in this casino, you are not the customer. You are the product. Now open your eyes. You are not standing in a casino. You are scrolling through your phone, and you have been for years. The story begins quietly. In the early 2000s, when the internet was still a strange and wondrous place, a group of brilliant young people came together with a dream: to connect the world. Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube. The names became household words almost overnight. What started as a tool, a simple way to share photos, post updates, feel closer to each other, began to evolve. At first, everything felt innocent. You could see your cousin's wedding even though she lived 1,000 miles away. You could reconnect with an old friend from high school. You could watch videos, share memes, find your tribe. It felt like a miracle, like magic. But magic, as it often does, comes with a cost. As more people joined, as the platforms grew, they faced a challenge. They had to make money. And so, somewhere in the shimmering offices of Silicon Valley, a new question replaced the old dream. How do we keep them here longer? That question unleashed something profound. A quiet arms race. An invisible war for your attention. A battle fought not with bombs or bullets, but with algorithms, psychology, behavioral science. Designers and engineers, armed with mountains of research, began shaping the platforms to tap into the deepest parts of your mind. They learned from the great psychologists of the past. In the 1940s, B.F. Skinner discovered something fascinating. If you reward a rat every time it presses a lever, the rat presses steadily. But if you reward it only sometimes, unpredictably, the rat presses like mad. It becomes obsessed, addicted. The phenomenon is called variable reinforcement, and it is the blueprint for every social media platform you have ever touched. Think about it. You open Instagram, you scroll. Maybe you see a boring post. Maybe you see a funny meme. Maybe you get a like. Maybe you get a DM from someone you secretly hope was thinking of you. You never know. And that maybe is enough. It pulls you in. It keeps you there. Every swipe is a lever pull. Every notification is a shot of dopamine, lighting up the pleasure centers of your brain like fireworks. And just like the rats in Skinner's lab, you keep pressing, but it goes even deeper. Imagine a boy named Tyler. He is 13 years old, quiet, a little lonely, not very popular at school. One afternoon, Tyler posts a funny video of himself to TikTok. He doesn't expect much, but somehow, the algorithm smiles on him. His video goes viral. Thousands of likes, comments from strangers calling him hilarious, cool, even special. For the first time in a long time, Tyler feels seen. He feels important. He feels loved. But when the flood of attention slows, When the notifications fade and the silence creeps back in, Tyler feels an emptiness worse than anything he's felt before. And so, he posts again, and again, and again. Not for joy, not for creativity, for survival. Because without the attention, he feels like he disappears. This is the true cost. It is not just addiction to a platform. It is addiction to validation. It is the subtle, slow reshaping of your identity itself. You no longer exist fully unless someone else sees you. And behind it all, the machine keeps humming, collecting your data, watching your habits, learning your desires. Every click, every pause, every tiny hesitation is fed into algorithms designed not to make you happier, not to make you wiser, not even to entertain you, but to keep you there, to sell your attention to the highest bidder. You are not using social media. Social media is using you. And if you think you are immune, think again. In the year 2015, a former Google engineer named Tristan Harris began speaking out. He said, "Technology is not neutral." He said, "There's a whole playbook of techniques that technology companies use to get you using the product for as long as possible. These are not accidents. They are design features. Infinite scroll, autoplay, notifications timed to when you are most vulnerable, carefully curated feeds that make you feel just slightly jealous, slightly angry, slightly not enough. Because emotions, especially negative ones, keep you clicking. The more you click, the more they win. But what do you lose? Time, attention, focus, relationships. And slowly, piece by piece, you lose something even bigger, yourself. There is a word from ancient philosophy, akrasia. It means acting against your own best interests, knowing what would be good for you, and doing the opposite anyway. You want to stop scrolling. You tell yourself you will. You swear you will, but you don't. Because you are up against forces that understand your mind better than you do. You are not weak, you are human. And the systems you are fighting were built from the ground up to exploit that humanity. Now, here is where the story shifts. Because there is a way out. But it is not easy. You cannot simply delete an app and expect to be free. Because the battlefield is inside you. It is your habits, your reflexes, your craving for distraction, your hunger for validation. Freedom starts not with rebellion against the platform, but with rebellion against the need for it. It begins with asking harder questions. When you reach for your phone, why? What are you hoping to find? Are you bored? Lonely? Anxious? Restless? Are you seeking connection? Or running from silence? Every time you choose awareness over autopilot, you take back a little piece of yourself. Every time you sit with boredom, sit with loneliness, sit with restlessness without numbing it, you grow stronger. You build something that the platforms fear more than anything. You build inner resilience. Imagine a future where you are the master of your attention, where your moments are spent intentionally, where you create more than you consume, where you choose silence over noise, stillness over stimulation, reality over the endless glowing screen. That future is possible, but it is not given. It is built, moment by moment, choice by choice, day by day. You are not a product. You are not a lab rat. You are a person, a mind, a soul, a spirit. And no algorithm, no platform, no corporation can own you unless you let them. The casino will always be there. The lights will keep flashing. The music will keep playing. But you can walk out the door. And when you do, you will find something waiting for you on the other side. something infinitely more beautiful than any screen can offer. Your life. Your real life. Waiting to be lived.